How many of you are struggling at your workplace with respect to the chemistries, the bonds, and you just think this is how it's going to be unless I decide to move to the next organization? And only if the other person changes, which is not possible because the other person is so rigid, he's been like this, you are somewhere completely given up. Yeah. Now that's where, how do you get a breakthrough? How do you create that miracle that you so desire? And that is a must for you to move beyond the deadlock. That's what I'm going to share here. So stay until the end. Hi, I'm Aastha Tatia, daughter of two rock-solid pillars, mother to a lovely daughter, wife of a humor king, an engineer, MBA, corporate executive turned anchor person, now an author and a happiness coach, helping corporate leaders build deep connections and meaningful relationships in their organizations. If you're able to relate with this video, please hit the like button. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that. So one of the leaders that I was working with, he was stuck in a workplace relationship. He was the head of one of the departments, and his colleague, who was also heading some other department, and they together had to do some work. And because of the missing connection, the missing camaraderie, there was kind of a deadlock in the relationship, and therefore the work was suffering. Yeah, they could not really move ahead in a smooth manner to be able to cause the results that are desired. And it had come to a stage where he was very clear that this other man would never listen to me. He's so rigid. He from the background that he comes, which is military background, he's supposed to be like that, and all the beliefs that he carried for him. And he said, I guess my boss needs to intervene. And a meeting with the boss was lined up where they were to, discuss the whole matter and come to a solution as to how do we go about doing all of this. And while we were working, as we were doing the work, this man, this leader who I was working with, he brought full intentionality to the table. He said, okay, I want to turn this around. How was not a question for him. The intentionality was there. And then he was willing to take the action. The intentionality to do the work on himself was there, which he did. He took the action, and eventually it reached a stage where he was able to have a conversation. He created that, a conversation, a meeting with this colleague of his, before the boss's meeting. He did that, and for him it was miraculous, where he says that the meeting that we had was next level. We both listened to each other. Not only did we listen, clarified things, we arrived at a way of doing the work, of really moving ahead. The meeting with the boss was cancelled, something which was a long due thing. There was a deadlock, no scope of anything, came to a stage where he created it. So what I want to focus on is that when you bring in that intention and coupled with the action that you take, you can create wonders. You can create wonders. The only challenge is when we are not willing to do that work, the intention is not there, we are busy blaming, right? Nothing is going to move then. So when the intentionality is not there, obviously there's not going to be any action. But if you are intentional about the whole thing, that whatever it is, I want to turn this around. This is not how it's going to be. Let me see, let me explore. And I'm willing to explore different areas, different tools, different ways of looking at things. I'm willing to do that. And when you give that permission to yourself, you bring in intentionality, couple it with actions, wonders are created. And that's what happened while working with this leader. And he said this was miraculous. I could not have imagined this turnaround. Yeah, that's the power of intention, right? So all you leaders out there, all of you in your corporate life, at your workplace, if you feel stuck, there's a deadlock, you know what is needed. what is missing rather, the intentionality and then the action. When you bring these two together, you're in for miracles. Yeah. Does this resonate with you? Does this ring a bell somewhere? If yes, please reach out to me. If you're in similar situation, if you see similar situations around you, trust me, it's not going to change by blaming. It's not going to change by quitting or shifting organizations. It's only going to change by bringing in the intentionality, the willingness to do the work, and then doing the work, taking action. Yeah. And I promise you, you'll be surprised. Hit the like button if this made sense to you. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.